In America, we have the National Geospatial Program, also known as the National Map. This is the source of many kinds of information provided by the U.S. government, U.S. Geological Survey, to advance science, enlighten citizens, enable decision-making. Basically, it's a massive foundation of digital geospatial data and includes topo sheets here, but it also includes access to the 3DEP, the 3D elevation program, your source for elevation data. There's a downloader tool that you can get to in the National Map called the Download Data and Maps tool, and this provides you now access to actually go in and launch the downloader and get to, among other things, the elevation products, the 3DEP elevation products. And you can see here there are different DEMs, digital elevation models, of different levels of posting or precision or detail. These are all produced in GeoTIFF or sometimes in other formats as well. But if we zoom in on our area, for example, and go to the 3DEP program for 1 arc second, turn off the 1/3 arc second. Remember, 1 arc second is about 30 meters, so 1/3 of an arc second is about 10 meters. And there are some areas which are at 1/3 of an arc second, getting into about the 3-meter ever area. Now, there aren't so many of those areas, but the entire country is covered at 1 arc second DEM. Here we can search on products based on the map extent, or if we want to, we can set a box if you want to be a little bit more specific about the area that you want to query and search products. Now you can see that we've come up with 6 results of products here, and as we look at the footprint of these, we can see how, when I hover over footprint, each of these appears in the intersection with our area of interest box. Let me zoom out just a little bit here, and we can start to actually click these footprints and show them on the map. So this lets us have a basis for making a selection of the various types of products that are available in this search area that we've defined. And we could get further information about this. For example, we can look at one of these frames here and get the information or the metadata about it. This is the one with the this is the 1 arc second, 1 by 1 degree digital elevation model with its northwest corner at North 48 West 124. And so you can read here the metadata about this and learn a bit more about whether it's worth getting. Let's assume it's worth getting. And now if we want to get, now we know we want to get these, we can just go in here and see each one of these, grab the download link. That's going to put it into our source data sets, into a folder I've already got here called net. We can save that and do the same thing again here. There you can see the first one is saved, and just continue to get these here. Now there is a way, if you have a lot of data, to use a shopping cart metaphor with a software called UGET, public domain software. So if you find you've got hundreds of these, or dozens anyway, you can set up a way to use the cart, use this UGET system. The UGET instructions will teach you how to create a text file or a CSV of all of the footprints that you want, and then you can pass that and download as a bulk download. But for most people working at the relatively modest levels of interest, areas of interest that we've got in mind, you can just go ahead and grab all of these manually here, and then you'll have all of your images, all of your DEMs that you need for your project in your source folder.